Hello and welcome to the Gilded Cloud podcast. I'm your host, Simone. Today I'm going to share with you my Venesection procedure. So first of all, what is Venesection? Venesection is where blood is removed from the body to help, in my case, remove excess iron built up from years of having blood transfusion using donated blood. So the excess iron build-up is not great, causes quite a few issues in addition to the conditions that I already have themselves. So this helps to remove the excess iron and reduce those issues. So let's get started.
First of all, my nurse confirms she has the correct patient by confirming my name and date of birth. Then a tourniquet is applied to my upper arm to make the veins more visible and accessible. Now my nurse thoroughly cleans the proposed injection site and allows it to dry thoroughly before the needle is inserted into the area that will now be fully sterile. This is the blood bag system used to collect the blood. You'll notice that the needle is much wider and larger than that used when drawing blood. That makes it slightly more painful too. And now for the main event, my nurse is going to insert the needle. So you'll notice as the needle's going in, there's no screaming, no crying, no amateur dramatics. It really isn't that big a deal. And yes, having a needle inserted does hurt, but not too much. It's just a pinch. So really all we do is just have a good old chin wag, and we just caught up on what happened over our Christmas and New Year's. The bag collecting the blood, that's been put down at a lower level and is sitting on a set of scales. Now, it's the weight of the bag that will determine when we have drawn enough blood and we can end the procedure. I also just want to note that even though it's January, you'll see that I'm wearing a t-shirt. I just wore layers to hospital because it just makes it easier to take a jumper off and then they can access my veins. And I managed to keep my dignity that way. So just another little thing that makes life a little bit easier. This whole process took about 8 minutes, and then we were able to end the procedure and move on to the next. Now that means removing the needle. You'll notice that not only do I not even stop speaking, but I don't even flinch as the needle is removed. It really is quite painless. So once the needle has been disposed of safely, all that's left to do is for me to raise my arm and put some pressure on to help it to clot. Being a slightly wider needle, that does take a little bit longer. Now, this is the bag full of blood, and this little extra bag here will be used to take a sample of my blood. That sample will go to the lab to do all the full blood tests that are normally done, checking things like my hemoglobin levels, my plasma cell levels, red blood cell levels. I'm now going to take a seat for about 10 minutes or so and just rest and relax in the same way you would if you had donated blood. And here are the samples taken from the mini blood bag.
So now you've seen what Venesection looks like, and I've enjoyed taking this time out to share that with you, and I hope watching this is something that you think was time well spent.